kids into the kitchen because this is totally kid friendly. Now while this is happening, we're going to get straight to the other part of this base, which is awesome. So these are done, these are beautiful. So we need some gorgeous coconut. Now you can use shredded coconut, desiccated coconut, but what you're really after is something unbleached. I need some vanilla. Vanilla's going to add that real caramelly flavour to this. Just a splash of this. Just follow your recipe. Bit of cinnamon. So I've got some coconut, some cinnamon, some vanilla. I want a pinch of salt, definitely. Now I want to have some psyllium, and what psyllium husks is going to do, they're just going to absorb moisture. Great binder. It's a real awesome binder, this one. I'm going to need to stick this together. I'm going to use dates. I'm using these dried dates, which are really quite beautiful. Nuts are nice and cooled down, which is cool. Look at that, crunchy, oh yummy. Because the only wetness, if you'd like to call it, the moisture is in the dates. Food processor, just on the button. Okay, let's have a look at this. Now this is quite dry, look at that. We want it a lot more stickier than that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more water. Oh yes, here we go. This is what we're after, this sticky feeling. So just grab a sliced tin. Get some of this unbleached baking paper. It's really awesome. Okay, let's have a smell. It smells beautiful. Now what I'm doing, instead of pressing straight away, I'm just evening this crumb out. Now I'm gonna push down. Now when you push down a slice, it's always really great to use the pads of your fingers. Okay, get this as even as possible. Now with some of the paper here, I like to just put that across there, like that. Okay, that even surface. Ta-da! Into the fridge, and then onto our caramel. So first of all, I'm going to use my blender to make this beautiful almond caramel sauce. I need a cup of coconut oil. So I need half a cup of this. I need some maple syrup. You can use honey if you like, but I love the idea of maple syrup. Okay. So this is an extract, a vanilla extract, and I use that in the base as well. And I'm just going to blend this. Got this really shiny, silky caramel flavour that smells just delightful. This is what's going to go on our base. So you're just going to pour this on. Look at that. Yum. Now you can pop this in the freezer to make this a really quick acting setting slice, or you can just pop it in the freezer, in the fridge, sorry, and take your time. So what I've got over here is a pot of boiling water. Now it's been boiling for a while. I'm going to turn this completely off, okay, and then I'm going to put our cacao butter in. Really slowly, put your knife in, have your hand on the knife and just press. And you're getting these shaved pieces of cacao butter. And then you're going to add this glory to this bowl. Check it out. It's this liquid gold, look at it. It's so cool. You need a tea towel and you just want to grab this and take that off. Try not to get your tea towel in the butter. So I need cacao powder and I need sweetener. And that's it for the base, which is awesome. Some maple syrup. And we're going to combine these all together. And we're going to need some cacao. Now when you're making chocolate, remember you've got to measure. I've made so many mistakes in the past. Whisk all the lumps out. Look how beautiful this is. It's a little bit rocky in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Things like that don't matter to me because I don't mind the chocolate seeping through the caramel, which is awesome. So when you pour this on, I'm just going to pour it straight on like this. Yummy. I'm not even going to scrape that bowl out because we're going to lick that bowl and straight back in the freezer. There we go. Look at that. Oh. Okay, set this again until it's completely hard, so another maybe 10 minutes. So this is set, this has taken about, I reckon, look, we jumped in a few things here, so I reckon about 8 minutes to set this. It's quite hard, look at that, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hot knife and run it through my tea towel, and then I'm just gonna actually just sit my knife and it's just gonna melt into that chocolate. So you're gonna have little tiny pieces in the freezer like this, and when you're feeling hungry and almost satiating feeling of wanting something quite delicious with caramel and chocolate, you're gonna grab this out of the freezer, and this is gonna give you that opportunity to nourish yourself and not feel guilty. Remember that, this is beauty from the inside out. But turning it into chocolate mousse is really cool. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use here because it's really important, the choice of chocolate. So I've chosen Pod, right? And Pod is a brand that it has sustainable practices, it has organic processing, and they're amazing, and they don't use dairy or white sugar. I'll show you how much you'll need. So I want about 180 grams. And what you want to do is have a pot of boiling water here. So have a look at this. So I'm going to put that straight onto here, and it's still bubbling away, right? Then I'm going to put the chocolate into the bowl. So it's just melted naturally without having that rapid boil. Really important, hey? And make sure you shake this particular one up really well in this Tetra Pak. It's really important. Into a food processor. You can use a blender, actually. You can, but just low heat. Okay, so I've got around about 250 mils here. You want a pinch of salt, definitely. Salt is the building blocks of flavour. Trust me. Stream this in. You don't have to. I like to. If you can't do it like this and you just shove it all into a blender, it's fine. Just, this is what I do. So I'm just going to scrape this down into there. And you can kind of see how runny it is, right? Okay, and now I'm going to put it back into this bowl. And that rest of that chocolate, you just want to gather it all up. See what I'm doing? I'm just making it level. Look at that. Rest in here. Just set. So then it goes straight into the fridge. We'll check on it in an hour and see what it's like, because we want it to be it goes like, it's like rich lushness, isn't it? It's really, it's creamy and delicious. So we'll check on it in an hour. I'll give this to you, Dee. And then with the power of editing, we'll see you in an hour. And it looks amazing. I mean, have a look on top of these. Just beautiful. All we want to do now is eat them. Today I'm going to show you an epic recipe that I absolutely adore and love, and it's a brownie, and all you do. These are organic sweet potatoes, and I've cooked them with the skins on. Oh, sweet potatoes are just incredible, actually. I love them, I adore them. I grew up on them in Papua New Guinea, especially the purple ones. So you're going to cook these for about 30 minutes till they're super soft like this, and don't worry if you don't get all the skins off. It doesn't matter. And we live around the corner from each other and we do this all the time. I'm going to add beetroot to it because I think beetroot is exquisite with chocolate. I really do. I think it's quite amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to grate this, and so are you at home, just in a food processor. Really simple. This is like the bachelor's recipe because it's that easy. You've got your sweet potato, which is going to go straight into there like that. I've got a cup of coconut flour. I love coconut flour. It's sweet and delicious, and of course the brand I use is Bob's Red Mills. I think he's amazing. Cup of that. It's amazing, isn't it? I've got some almond butter, and I've got some maple syrup. Now I'm only going to put in half a cup of maple syrup because I find that sweet potato deliciously sweet, and I want a cup of that as well. And the next step, blend. Okay, you want this to completely mix together as much as you can. Now have a look here, this is not mixed, so you need to make sure you get to the bottom of the actual food processor and tip the bottom mixture to the top. All right, check it out. Watch where I'm putting my hands. So I'm going to use the pads of my hands to press down as I do this. It's a great little tip. So in the online classes in Celebrate Your Sweet Tooth Naturally, all these little tips are provided for you so you can create cafe style food as well as home cooking. Now I've got my icing recipe ready. I've got cacao powder, I've got maple syrup and coconut oil. So all you're going to do is mix the two together like this. Now back over here, as Tyler said, is salt carries nutrients into the body, which is quite amazing. Him popping in today, I love it so much that he lives just down the road. So have a look, I'm just going to mix that in, okay, and then I'm going to pour that on. See how quick that was? You don't want to muck around with it too much. Just shake it. See what I'm doing? Okay. That's it. Fridge, settle, set, cut, eat. Goodbye.